Hello there, my name is Beth, the Builder, and this week I'm going to carve a spoon/spatula holder. So I've been thinking about doing another carving video because that's always fun, and I haven't done one in a little while. So I have a scavenged piece of wood here. I think it's from actually a pallet. And yeah, I'm thinking to carve a spoon/spatula holder on it because I like to put things on the stove and then rest them on hot things, and then they melt, and it's a bummer. So I'm just gonna use my WEN, W-E-N, rotary tool. It's not fancy. You can find it on Amazon. It's pretty inexpensive. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna wear my goggles and my mask because I'm wearing my contacts today and I don't want dust in them because that's uncomfortable. So I don't think I'm gonna cut it down at this point, but maybe this weird tail will come in handy in some way. I don't really have a good plan. I'm just gonna kind of carve and see what it comes out to be. Because sometimes that's fun to not have a specific plan. So, alrighty, let's get into it. Alrighty, so I'm all done carving and I've sanded the literal crap out of this because I wanted to get it super smooth because I didn't want any weird grooves where like oil or food or something could like rest in and, you know, create bacteria. So yeah, I really like how it turned out. I think it looks really cool. It has some really cool grain in it actually. I did 2 spoon spots and then a spatula holding thing. And then I just like kind of curved this end to be like for the handles of things to rest on. So I'm glad I kept the end. I think that looks really cool. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it. I was just gonna stain it and seal it like I normally would. I was thinking about using like a food safe sealer, like mineral oil or shellac or something like that, which I think I'm still gonna do, but I started to kind of overthink like normal wood stain and being like, well, that's probably not food safe. And I did some searching. It's like, it essentially is, but also it's not like tested for that sort of thing because it's wood sealer, and I don't trust that shit. I don't trust the FDA and what they do or do not test for. So I've had this idea to maybe try for a while of doing like natural stains for wood. So like coffee or tea, or like the peels of vegetables like beets or onions, stuff like that, or like herbs, like flowers. So because I started to overthink it, I'm actually gonna do a super strong coffee stain and just see how that turns out. So I did test it on a piece of wood and I do like how it looks. So I think I'm gonna do that and then we'll see how it holds up. I think it should be pretty cool. So yeah, I brewed some really strong coffee and I think I'm gonna do that and then end up sealing it with probably like some kind of oil, like coconut oil or mineral oil or something. I think I have something, but I haven't looked thoroughly yet. So that's my plan, and then we're all done. So yeah, I mean, like something like this, like you can really be really like free form with how it, like how you're carving and what it turns out to be, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So yeah, you can be pretty like creative with it, which I really enjoyed, just kind of like messing around and like trying to work with like the grain of the wood and everything. So it's not like a fancy piece of wood by any means, but I really like how it turned out. So I'm gonna stain this with my coffee stain, which should be pretty cool. And then we're kind of all good to go. And I'm gonna put it on my stove and stop melting spatulas and stuff. So check out the description below where you can find places to support me more directly, like my Etsy or sending me some funds on PayPal. But otherwise, just keep liking and watching and, you know, obviously subscribe if you haven't already. But I appreciate literally just that, like just people liking and being like, I like that. So thank you. And I'll see you next week with a new video. Okay, so I actually decided to add a beet to my super strong coffee mixture. We're growing beets in our garden, so we have plenty. So yeah, I added some beet slices to my coffee, and I'm gonna do a coat of this. I think it'll be cool. It's a little bit richer, kind of a chestnut color now, which I really like. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the color here. I think that's probably as good, potentially as good as it's gonna get with natural stains. I like it. I think it's gonna look cool. And then I actually did find in my basement shellac, which I didn't even realize I had. So I'm gonna use that because that's one of the more recommended non-toxic options. So yeah, we're gonna use this shellac. I've never used it before. It's just one of those things you end up having and you're like, why do I have that? Where did that come from?